Carrie Fisher's name instantly calls up the image of Princess Leia. Fierce, sharp-tongued, and impossibly brave. A character who reshaped what heroism could look like for millions. Yet the woman behind that legendary role was far more textured than any single performance. Carrie was funny in a way that felt like truth-telling, vulnerable in ways that made others feel seen, and endlessly alive to the chaos and wonder of being human. The photographs she left behind offer a window into that fuller life. They don't depict a movie star posing for the world, but a woman navigating it with humor, resilience, and a kind of honest joy that remains as striking as any cinematic moment. Quiet moments, bright humanity. Many of Carrie's photos reveal the quieter corners of her life, the spaces where fame fades and the person emerges. In one picture, she's seated on a warm balcony, sunlight pooling around her as she scribbles into a notebook, her face touched by that unmistakable expression of creative focus. It's easy to imagine her shaping a joke or turning a memory into something meaningful. Another photograph finds her backstage among friends, her hair slightly undone, laughter unfolding naturally, unposed and real. These captured moments remind us of Carrie as she truly was. Curious, quick-thinking, generous with her humor, and capable of finding brightness even in ordinary breaths of the day. A storyteller in every frame. For Carrie, storytelling wasn't limited to scripts, memoirs, or talk show moments. It was woven into the way she observed the world and the people in it. In candid shots from film sets, she leans in with a kind of engaged warmth, her energy lifting the room. In more intimate portraits taken at home, she appears thoughtful, contemplative, and at peace. A woman who understood the necessity of retreat as much as the thrill of performance. Through these images, we're reminded that her genius didn't rest solely in her talent. It lived in the empathy, humor, and sharp awareness she brought to everything she touched. Style as a reflection of soul. Carrie Fisher's style, on and off screen, was an extension of her unmistakable spirit. Whether wrapped in her now mythic Star Wars costumes or dressed in soft, comfortable clothing that felt lived in and honest, she radiated a kind of authenticity few ever master. In photographs, even a candid laugh or a sideways glance sparkles with personality. Bold, playful, and self-assured. Her presence invites others toward the same kind of self-acceptance she practiced. Imperfect, sincere, and luminous. Love, legacy, and the ties that endured, some of the most moving images in her collection, show her beside her mother, Debbie Reynolds. Their smiles, proud, affectionate, or resilient, reveal a bond layered with history and strengthened by the unique pressures they shared. These photos underscore what mattered most to Carrie. Not applause, but connection. Not fame, but the people who stood with her through every triumph and every heartbreak. Her legacy, in the end, is not just the iconic roles or best-selling books, but the love she carried and the openness with which she lived. The heart of Carrie Fisher. To look at Carrie Fisher's photographs is to witness a life illuminated by honesty, humor, and heart. Her images tell the story of someone who refused to be anything less than herself. Bold, brilliant, and deeply human. Through every frame, she leaves behind a reminder that authenticity is its own kind of courage, and that a life lived truthfully becomes its own extraordinary legacy.